Welcome back. So in this section, we will look at the SCTP S1AP heartbeat messages. As I had mentioned before, heartbeat is an integral part of the SCTP protocol, and it is a way for each of the peers to kind of make sure that the connection is healthy. So you always see between peers there is a heartbeat and a heartbeat ACK happening, and we will look at both of those in just a second. So by default, the SCTP endpoint monitors the reachability of the ideal destination transport address or addresses of its peer by sending a heartbeat chunk periodically to the destination transport address. The peers respond with a heartbeat ACK. So every peer that has a SCTP association, and remember, we have SCTP associations on two aspects. We have the S1AP, which is what the subject is here, but also this would hold true in your S6A as well. And in each of those interfaces, each endpoint sends a heartbeat at a predefined interval, and the other peer responds back with a acknowledge. If it does not, the original peer will retry for a given time, and if it still does not get acknowledgement back at certain amount of time after a certain amount of retries, it will drop that connection because it has deemed that connection to be unhealthy and unusable. The last field, heartbeat information, should be a sender specific information field of some kind. For example, a timestamp when the heartbeat was sent and the destination. This is returned in the heartbeat ACK chunk. So in the heartbeat information, there are certain elements that are copied and sent back in the ACK because that is how a peer would know that that response that is coming in is actually for the request that went out in the first place. So some of those, so if you look at the Wireshark capture here, where I have two endpoints that are talking by SCTP protocol, um, this peer sends a heartbeat message and it receives back a heartbeat acknowledgement. So if you look at this expanded view, you have the destination and source ports. So the source port is 57890 and is going out to 29118. Within this is for the heartbeat ACK. So it is coming in from this going to 29118, and the chunk type is heartbeat acknowledgement. And then if you look at the heartbeat information, this information is actually copied from the original heartbeat message. So that is why this peer, once it gets it, it knows, oh, this is for my original request. So it knows how to correlate that. The SCTP connection is finally closed by either an abort chunk or by a graceful shutdown chunk. So let us see why that would happen. So if you remember in the previous slide, I said every peer sends a heartbeat at every predefined interval and it expects a response within a time window. Now, if that response keeps coming in, everything is fine. Whereas if the peer keeps sending heartbeats and never gets a heartbeat ACK, it will retry for a certain amount of time. But at that point, it will drop that connection. And the way it drops that connection is by sending an abort message. So the peer that is the originator of the heartbeat will send an abort. Uh, and then at that point, the SCTP association is down. So the association can be brought down in two ways. There is the abort, which is what we talked about just now, and then there is a graceful shutdown. This would be when a user, say, manually restarts the endpoint. In that case, there is a provision for a graceful shutdown. SCTP association does not have a half closed state as TCP. In other words, one side cannot continue sending data while the other end has closed its sending socket, right? So there is this association is very strict about it would only accept and send data if that kind of association is really up and running, and the only way it knows that it's up and running is by the heartbeat messages. So when the user application wants to close the SCTP gracefully, it tells the protocol to shut down. SCTP then sends all the data that's in its buffer so on the endpoint, and then it shuts down, then it sends a shutdown chunk to the receiver. When the other end receives the shutdown, it will stop accepting data from the application that is going to shut down and finish sending all its data that is in its buffer. Once it has gotten all the SCTP ACK for the data that it just sent, it will send a shutdown ACK chunk. And once the closing side has received this chunk, it will finally reply with the shutdown complete chunk, and the whole session is now closed. So, very important to note here is that if there is a graceful shutdown happening, we are giving both endpoints enough time to actually clear out their buffers, clear out all the messages that are pending, and then one at a time they communicate with each other. It's sort of like a handshake, like a, in TCP we have a three-way handshake. Similarly, there is a shutdown handshake kind of happening here between the endpoints, and at that point the shutdown. This is graceful again. Now, another way of closing a session is just plain SCTP abort. Um, and this is an ungraceful way of removing an SCTP association. This would happen like we talked in the previous about heartbeat, right? If the heartbeat acts never arrive in time, the peer can send a abort, and that can also bring down. When a connecting party wants to remove an SCTP association instantaneously, it sends an abort chunk with all the right values signed. All data in the buffer, etc., will be discarded and the association will be removed. The receiving end will do the same after verifying the abort chunk. So as soon as the abort gets sent from the source drains out all the buffer. It discards those packets. Unlike the graceful where we saw uh, that it sends the data in the buffer. This never happens in the abort. Abort, you just delete the buffer and you send this abort chunk, and the receiving end will also receive that abort chunk and it will also delete all the data. So hopefully the distinction between shutdown and abort is clear, and also you now understand why and under what circumstances an abort may happen. So SCTP also supports graceful close of an active session upon request of a SCTP user, like we had talked about the shutdown. Um, and here is a TCP dump showing the interaction. So you have the client sending a shutdown signal. The server responds with the shutdown ACK, and then the client finally responds with the shutdown complete. So it's sort of like a three-way handshake. But remember, all the buffers are getting cleared on both ends, and then this is a graceful shutdown. Whereas if you look at an abort, this is like instantaneous. Instantaneous. I want to drop my SCTP association. So here is a TCP dump, that how that would look like in Wireshark. You have the source, you have the destination. It is sending an abort chunk. So this abort chunk is right here. It says the bit is set to stop processing, and there is a cause why this abort happened. And in this case, it was protocol violation. You can have multiple, but this gives you a sense of why the SCTP association gets dropped. Okay, so hopefully you have understood abort, graceful shutdown, heartbeat, and the SCTP association aspects. And these are really important on S1AP and S6A and all the diameter links inside the EPC interface, EPC architecture.